I want to explain something which bothered me a long time. For many years, it didn't question in my heart, as they say, you know. I have a question that doesn't bother you, go through it. It bothers you, you go through it. I want to stand on it today, B'ezrat Hashem. And Shlomo is for you. Shlomo is for him. These words of Torah is for Shlomo. This is careful. I don't know if you no entiende English, but one day you learn. Salomon. Listen carefully. We learned in Parshas Vayeshev. It says like this. Ela told us Yaakov Yosef ben 17 shana. Yosef was 17 years old. And who he was? It says, Yisrael oav es Yosef mikol banav. Yisrael, Yaakov Avinu loved Yosef from all his children. Mikol banav, more than all his children. Why? Ki ben zekunim hu loy. He's a son of elders for him. Any explanation? There's other children, Binyamin later than him. Hu loy, he was a servant. Or because he revealed them all the Torah. Like the Unkulu says, Bar Hakim. All what he learned from Avram, from Shem and Ever, he gave over to Yosef. Imagine Yosef at Tzaddik is 17 years old. And already Yaakov Avinu Yisrael gave him all the secrets of the Torah. And the Kli Yokor in length says that the other children didn't really enjoy to learn Torah with their father Yaakov. And Yosef his all desires to hear from his father what he says, Torah. That's what he says. I said the word he didn't enjoy, he said even worse. Ma'asu. You know the word ma'asu? No. Disgusted. And I was shocked to say those words, but that's what Kli Yokor says. Unbelievable. Probably they learned Torah by other rabbis, not through him. They didn't want to ma'asu the chochmosoi of Yaakov Avinu. That's what he said. But it says that Yosef, his full desire was only to know what his father is saying. In every word he said, he was desired to know, and he was a wise son. He was able to stand every little hint and every secret, all the secrets of the Torah and all the depths of the Torah that Yaakov Avinu learned from Shem and Ever. Yosef was able to reveal, to grasp.
I don't understand what you meant about the other sons were disgusted.
That's what the Kli Yokor says.
How do you understand that?
I understand that, but you want to learn from another rabbi. Because when you learn from your father is not only teaching you wisdom, he's also training you on your behavior. And a lot of kids cannot learn. Why do we have schools? Why do you used to send schools to Yerushalayim? Let the parents teach. Because when the parents teach a child, you need to be a very special parent. You see, Rabbi David, Zilberman used to teach his kids. Very few rabbis. Edelstein, Rabbi Yisha taught his kids. Very few rabbis. Rabbi Yitzchak Zilberstein was in Russia, Soviet Russia. No chance. Who knows what? In Colombia, there's no schools. You teach your children. It's a dieved. Because child to learn from his father is very hard. Because the father is oppressing all the character of himself to his child. And those things the kids don't want to pick up. So they would love to learn from other rabbis. Too much pressure. That's my understanding. That's what the Kli Yokor says. Very hard to understand, but that's what he says. They were tzaddikim, not a doubt about it. Okay, so what do you know? Yisrael oaves Yosef. Yisrael loves his son Yosef. Mikol banav, from all his children. Because ki ben zekunim eloi. He's a son of zekunim. Zokim means wisdom. He taught him all the wisdom is the big Talmid Chacham. He loves them. And we explained at the beginning of the week. He wanted to stand out and to press out for all the family that the most important thing is Torah. So that's why he made him Spasim. He gave him special things to everybody to desire to create jealousy of soifim. Kina soifim tar b'chochma. Jealousy of wisdom creates more wisdom. So he wanted to create jealousy in the family that everybody should want to learn more Torah. Okay, that's what we explained in the beginning of the week. But what bothered me for many, many years is one pasuk before. Let's see the pasuk before. Eile Talmid told us Yaakov. Who is the main children of Yaakov? Yosef. Ben 17 shono. He was 17 years old. Oyoroyes Eicho Batzoin. He used to shepherd with his brothers, help his brothers. Which brothers? And then it says, Vunar. What does the word nar mean? Rashi says, he was doing actions of young boy. Metaken besoro, he fixes his hair. Memashmesh be'inav, rubbing his eyes. Kedei shi'enira yof, in order to be look nice. What? Yoseif HaTzadik, he is the Ben Zikunim, the Talmid Chacham. He was able to receive all the Torah of his father, all that Shem ever gave him. And he was searching to get the information of father, and he was able to hold on to all the pleasure of his father, and he's learning Torah day and night with his father. Ben Zikunim ki ben chol Talmid Chacham. Now,
What's that's not a steer?
That's the answer, but I'm presenting the question. Now, you know what now mean? Now means that the Balaturim says na gematria shoite. Look in Balaturim. Immature. A young boy is taking hair, putting gel in his hair, shaving to look nice. What? Yaakov Avinu didn't spill seed till 84 years old. He was a tzaddik gomor. Yoseif, Yaakov loves him because he's giving him all his energy, and he sees that he's a Talmid Chacham, he learns Torah day and night. And he's taking care of his hair. He's taking care of his beauty. That's what fit. That bothered me. Every I read it, I have a question in my heart, and it hurts me. How's it possible? And I just continue on, but it doesn't make sense to me. How can such a Talmid Chacham of Yaakov, of Yoseif HaTzadik, how can be such a thing? So the famous story I heard from my father, bless his memory, that the Rokochover, when he was 13 years old, he gave a drosha, and all the big Talmid Chacham of all the city and the cities next to came. He knew the whole Shas, Bavi, Yerushalmi, and he gave a drosha, like child shooting, he knows everything. Everybody's like, wow. And he goes here, the wisdom he has in his bar mitzvah. Bar mitzvah, the Suda bar mitzvah, all the rabbis came, and he gave him 2 hours, Shiur, Bavi, Yerushalmi, Sefri, and he has question, he answers this, and like Mama said, and there was a big window behind the Beis Medrash. This I heard from Rabbi Zinneman. My father was there, I heard from Rabbi Zinneman. True story. Then what happens? And years ago, Hapim used to travel with horses. So the horses was tied up behind the Beis Medrash. And one of the horses untied the rope to the horse, and the horse started to run. So suddenly the Rokochover, as a young boy, 13 years old, he stops his drasha, he runs, he jumps on all the benches, he jumps through the window, and he runs after the horse, and he grabs it, and he's all smiling, he was able to grab the horse, and he ride the horse back. What? And everybody's listening to this drasha, there's a big going on. Babi, Yerushalmi, Sefri, what? And people answered, he's still a child. Baruch Hashem. I want to explain this concept, very important concept. Very important concept. The Kli Yoko says, or the Ramban also, the Rachaim, the Kli Yoko and the Ramban say, that Yaakov Avinu only saw the side of Yosef of a Talmid Chacham. They didn't know the side of Nahar and Dun Dibon. The Rachaim says, no, everything was L'Shem Shamayim. But really, it's not a stira. It's not a stira. Why? Let's think carefully what's going on here. You have a child, he's very smart, he loves Torah because he knows that you want Torah. So why he wants Torah? Because he wants, or because you want, and he wants to do what you want. He wants Torah, he wants. And even if the parents are not religious, and sometimes you see children want Torah, it's Torah Simech. What is the Torah of the mother? The mother gave him the values. Be a righteous man, be a good man. And he found out that righteous and good is Torah, so he wants Torah. But he really wants Torah for himself, or he got those values from his parents, not really himself. It takes years after experience of life to start wanting from your own. And the experience of life teaches a person to decide and understand on their own what they want and what's the right thing. So the fact that Yosef was making himself beautiful is not a stira. It's not a stira to Yosef, because he was a man. It wasn't from him, it was the na'arut, it was the body. But really Yosef, at that time, was a big tzaddik. He wanted to desire the father. Afterwards, when he had his only son, he became Yosef a tzaddik on his own. Now he's the son of Yaakov. And he wants to learn Torah because his father wants, and he wants to please his father, and he loves the Torah too. There's levels, percentage. So the na that he's acting like a na is not a stira. It's not a stira in the ma'ut. And there's a big lesson when you train your kids, or you have students in the yeshiva. Sometimes I see a guy learns Torah day and night in yeshivas, come to yeshiva, loves Torah. And so he tells me, listen, last night when I saw him in town. I saw a girl. I could collapse. How's it possible? This guy learning Torah. How's it go? How it goes together? Okay, I said, my answer is, he's okay, he's 17 years old. He has desires, this and that. He couldn't hold that. So really, it doesn't show, which means part of the growth of what Hashem puts a man in the world is to win, not to fall. Yosef HaTzadik won. When he came, the Nisoyan of Potiphera, he was handled in Nisoyan and became a Yosef HaTzadik. He was a big tzaddik. Yira Shamayim. But the Torah is saying, V'una, he was doing Ma'aseh when he was 17 years old. But really wasn't the essence of Yosef. Yosef was a tzaddik ben Chacham. So this is a big lesson in mechanech kids. We have to build up the Talmid Chacham of the child, and not to look at the nar of the child. And slowly, the Talmid Chacham of the child will overcome the nar and will become a Talmid Chacham. But if you focus on the nar, so you lose the child. So the Ramban and the Klio says, for Yaakov Avinu, not that Yaakov Avinu didn't know. Yaakov Avinu was stressed in order to the Talmid Chacham Shabbat. That's why he loved him, and he expressed that love. Even though he knew he's a nar, now he's a nar. It's not a steer. He can run after the horse because he's 13 years old. He's running after the horse. He sees the horse running. So he's jumping and running and he's smiling. He caught the horse. And we were drasha. Everybody's waiting. He gave him a bar mitzvah. He jumped, forgot about the horse. He shot me, buddy. He ran after the horse. What's going on? That's it. He was still a child. He's 13 years old. It's a big lesson for ourselves. And Chazal teaches us, Yodea tzadik nefesh behemtoi. A tzaddik knows his nefesh behemis. Everybody has a nefesh behemis. It doesn't go away even when you're old. You just have to know how to control it. Your dad tzaddik nefesh there. Tzaddik knows his nefesh behemis, and he knows how to handle her. It takes years how to know how to handle her. There's a famous story. I think there was a story with Rabbi Scheinberg. Zecher tzaddik oshevocha. My father, one of my father's rabbis, Chavrusa. My father was Chavrusa for many years. And Rabbi Scheinberg, when he was 90 years old, he lived to 100-something years old. When he was 90-something years old, he made a big party in the yeshiva. So what's the party about? He says, I passed by a newspaper and I saw a headlines in English that the Yankees won, who knows what, the Bull of Chicago, I don't know, I'm mixing number names, what does it matter? They won slam shot 3-0. And I passed through it and I just continued to step on it. And I didn't feel any feeling in my heart to be excited about it. I realized that I changed my internal being. I don't know my nefesh be'emi. So he made a big party. It's a big story, very big story. 90 years old. When people are young, they're benazmanim, they rest. When you're old, there's no rest. There's no life is short. We leave the world. You only want to take a there's no stop. Okay, sometimes you need a rest so that your body can continue. So you have Shabbos, you have this, so you have to know your wife. There's babies of your wife, you have to know. But in general, when you get to age, there's no Ben Azman. He's only learning Torah. There's no different Ben Azman. It's not learning night, morning, Shabbos. It's always Torah, nothing else. Child, there's no school. 1:15 rabbi, you have to finish the yeshir. They start banging on the watch, telling me the rabbi, finish, get out. Tina rabbi says, like a child running from school. That's when you're a child, because you have internal rotzing. It's a nah. But afterwards, your internal rotzing, And that's the goal, and that's where we train in the yeshiva. A guy comes in, he has other problems, other things in his head. Slowly, all the things fall off, and he has internal rotzoin, and he has his own rotzoin to become a Talmid Chacham, and that's the bracha we give everyone, they become internally Talmid Chacham Yirei Shamayim.